Hello, guys. It's Wayne Walker, Master Hypnotist, Reflective Mind Hypnosis. I'm coming to you today with a little recording to kind of educate you a little bit on the subconscious mind, the conscious mind, the critical mind, and how it relates to each other. It's called the theory of mind. And I think that it's important because understanding how the mind works gives you a lot of information into people and how and why they do the things that they do. And sometimes we might not understand that. So this little bit of information, if it helps you, then I've done my job. And I enjoyed educating people. So let me get to the picture here. There we go. All right. So here it is. It's called Theory of Mind. Now, this is from Dr. Kappas, his theory of mind, of how the subconscious mind works and how the conscious mind works and how they relate to each other. So what we got here is, if you'll notice the big yellow circle there, that is both the conscious, subconscious, and the critical area of the mind. He states that we spend on an average of 12 to 15% of our waking hours in our conscious mind. We spend 85 to 88% in our subconscious mind. And then in the center there, the critical area of mind is from 0 years to 10 years old children. Now, this area for those kids do not have this critical area of mind developed yet. And I'm going to explain to you why. The imprints that we have, which are, if you'll notice down here, the blueprints for life script, is patterns, beliefs, perceptions, values, standards, habits, principles, survival skills, personality, ego / impression of self, amongst many other things. And then you have the thing to the information to the left of knowns, which is positive pleasure or negative pain, pleasure. Okay. Now the conscious mind is where logic, reasoning, decision making, and willpower come from. Those are things that we do in the conscious world. We're in the conscious world right now. I'm speaking to you guys, and I'm consciously doing it because I'm having to focus on that. And hopefully you're watching the video and you're focusing on me, and that's the conscious, because you have to listen and make decisions, interpretations, and so on and so forth. Now, the area of critical mind there, the kids, as I said, from 0 to 10 years old, they don't have that. And the reason they don't have it is they have to learn survival skills, language skills, math skills, all the different type of skills very quickly. And it becomes an imprint. If this critical area of mind was developed, that stops that information from going to the conscious mind to the subconscious mind. I'll get into that in just a moment. So that area is non-existent for kids. And then now when they hit about 9, 10, 11 years old, sometimes 12, it just depends, that area starts to develop, and that becomes the veil or the filter from the conscious mind to the subconscious mind. So by the time we're 10 years old, we've been imprinted with pretty much everything that we're going to get imprinted up until that point. And that's what we make our decisions with. That's what the subconscious mind creates that information, that when we need to contemplate something, it brings that information forward, and that's where it comes from. Now, can the subconscious mind be imprinted after 10 years old with this critical mind? Absolutely. I'll show you, and I'll explain that to you. But at the bottom of this circle, you're going to see the primal area of mind, which is a fight or flight response area, fight, flight, or freeze. This is where things this is where things get interesting. Meaning that when we have so much stress, and we have stressors that are causing us to to react. If it gets past the point of us where we can consciously think about it, or it just snaps us, we drop down into the fight, flight, or freeze mechanism. And that's from child all the way up to adult. If you've ever watched the TV and watched a vehicle chase, police are chasing a vehicle down the freeway, helicopters in the air, you're watching it from the comfort of your own home, and you're talking to your wife or your husband or significant other, whoever you're talking to, and you make a comment that says, don't these people know they're going to get caught? There's no way they get away. So sure enough, they get caught. Police go up to them, pull them out of the car, very gently, of course, cuff them, and then they ask them, why were you running? And their comment is, well, I was scared. Well, we were just going to stop you for a broken taillight. Or they've got a warrant and they don't want to get caught. So they fly. Boom, they go. Okay. So that is the primal area of mind. That's the primitive mind area. And that's how that works and why it works. Now, if you go down below here, this area in here, the message units, which is up here, these are body, environment, subconscious mind, conscious mind. All the information that comes in are called message units. The knowns, which is unit of communication, positive, negative, those are the knowns, meaning that once it hits our subconscious mind, it's a known. If it doesn't, it's an unknown. Okay. Defense mechanism created based upon a proposed or perceived threat. An ab reaction is a sudden and unexpected release of energy from the body. I use this a lot while I'm working with people in hypnosis because that information is important. Because when I have somebody in the state of hypnosis and I'm giving them these suggestions or working on whatever that we're working on, if I hit something sensitive, the body's going to react. It's going to give a reaction. It's called an ab reaction. And then you've got pain or pleasure syndrome. Knowns are pleasurable, unknowns are painful. There's a little bit of disagreement on that, but not enough for me to make a big deal out of it at this particular time. Now, once we hit 10 years, 11 years, 12 years old, our critical mind is developed. Now, here's an example. If you have a 5-year-old child, let's say little Johnny, and you walk up to little Johnny and you've got a towel, and you tell little Johnny that we're going to tie this towel around your neck. This is a magic towel. And as soon as we tie it around your neck, it becomes a cape, which means that you can fly. Now, the only thing that we have to do is that the only way that you can fly is you have to crawl on the roof of the house, and then you can jump off and you'll fly. Now, little Johnny has no basis of measurement on that, whether it's true, it's false. He's got no experiences. So his question is, okay, can we get a ladder and get on the house because I want to fly? He will do it. Now, fast forward to somebody who's 11 or 12 years old. You tell them the same thing, and you tell them that they got to get on the house and jump off and fly. They're going to look at you like you've got a third eye, because they now have critical mind area to where they bring things forward, analyze it, goes back to the logic, reasoning, decision-making power here, and they make a determination. Now, as we get older, this area becomes more complex. But this is how the mind operates. Now, let's say that somebody has a tremendous amount of anxiety, maybe even depression, panic attacks. And let's say that they've started this stuff at 30 years old. It's reared its ugly head. So in my interview with these people, my consultation, my initial intake, if you will, I'm questioning them, and I find out that the anxiety or depression or whatever is not the problem. It is nothing more than a symptom. And that symptom is from the issues of when they were children, back at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. Maybe it was a parent or whatever it is. Okay. Caregivers talk down to them all the time and browbeat them and just all sorts of things. It could be anything. And this is where the problem is and then life goes on. At some point in time, something is triggered, or that this anxiety, it takes root and it grows. And then over a very short period of time, it gets stronger and stronger and stronger. And it starts to affect a person and how they live and the quality of life. So this is where this theory of mind comes in as a model for me to be able to look at things in a logical way and go back and help people get past the anxieties and depressions, the panic attacks. And as a result, I'm successful a very high percentage of the time. But this theory of mind is the model of the mind. And it's important for you to know, because if you're dealing with other individuals, you got to realize that if they piss you off, they upset you, whatever, they're not doing it on purpose. It's part of their makeup. Right, wrong, or indifferent, you agree or don't agree, it's a part of their makeup. It's how they make decisions. It's how they view the world. And their perception is their reality. Excuse me. So as a result, it gives us a better way to understand people, but just it gives us the ability to give them a pass. Does it still irritate you? Yes. But it really gives you a lot of information and a lot of feedback on why people are the way that they are. So anyway, that's what I wanted to say. I hope you enjoyed this little message. I will be presenting different videos in the future. And if anyone has requests on subject matter, feel free to contact me. Would love to hear from you. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.